Good morning and welcome to Agoracom Small Cap Stock News. This is a show for Tuesday, June the 3rd, 2014. I'm your host, Alan Barry Labucan. I'm also the Chief Market Commentator for Agoracom. Every morning I go through a bunch of press releases. I find the ones that stand out to me. I discuss what it was about their news that stood out and also what I see in their stock charts. We keep the show to around a 10-minute time frame. Today I have 5 companies to talk about, so we'll have no problem with that time frame. The first company I wanted to talk about today is Virtuto Networks. Virtuto Networks is an Agoracom sponsor. Wanted to get that out of the way first. They had an announcement yesterday that they have generated $14.9 million in revenue for the month of May. That was a 30% increase over the month of April. They've been having exceptional good growth over the past year. It's quite impressive. You know, this was a company that in the previous year was doing like $2 million in the entire year of revenue. Now they're up to almost $15 million in 1 month. They've been doing this quite consistently for several months now. This company's really starting to hit on all cylinders with their voice over IP and other tech solutions that they have in the emerging economy type areas. And they're obviously having a lot of success. The stock symbol for Virtuto Networks is VFX, and they trade on the Venture Exchange. The next company up is NextGen Energy. NextGen Energy had a couple news releases out in the last 2 days. Yesterday they had drill results out. They hit some good to high grade to good intervals of uranium. Now it's not in the same kind of category as what they find in they're finding at the Patterson Lake South project, which is, you know, when you're in a prolific area like Saskatchewan, whenever there's a big play out there, all the other discoveries get compared to that one, and that's probably why the stock hasn't moved a lot. But this is early stage drilling. It's also deeper than what they found at Patterson Lake South, but they are getting some good numbers in there. So, you know, I'm watching this project. Company does have 170 million shares out, so that's something to keep into consideration as well. Then today they announced that Garrett Ainsworth was going to join the board and be the new vice president of exploration for NextGen. Now, just to put things into perspective, Garrett Ainsworth was part of the running the Alpha exploration, which ultimately merged with Fission Energy or Fission Uranium. And now they have Fission, and Fission is 100% owner of what used to be a 50-50 JV. Then they spun the other exploration projects out into Alpha exploration, and recently he left Alpha to run NextGen. So there's lots happening in the uranium space, and for this NextGen, I'm just going to pull up their stock for today. The stock is up 4 cents today to 34 cents. That's a 13% increase on 571,000 shares traded hands. So a good move today. Looking at the stock chart, it had a big run from around 22 cents all the way up to 65 cents when they announced that they hit uranium in Saskatchewan, and then they've been slowly drifting down, gave back almost all of the gains, and have since are now bouncing off of that bottom. I think they need more drill results to really get this thing exciting, but definitely one in the uranium patch to keep an eye on. NXE is their stock symbol. They trade on the venture exchange. Next company up is Ivanhoe. Ivanhoe Mines had news out yesterday that they've gained their mining rights for the Platte Reef project from the South Africa's Department of Mineral Resources. So that's a very good sign. This is a prolific discovery on the Bushveld complex in South Africa. It's a very substantial discovery of platinum, palladium, nickel, copper, cobalt, and gold, and other commodities associated with that. It's a very impressive project. Now, Ivanhoe also has 576 million shares out, so you have to keep that in mind as well. That's a lot of stock. The stock is down 2 cents today on 250,000 shares traded, last at $1.36. Just taking a look at the stock chart, and this one's really fell out of bed recently. For a few months there, it was bottomed out in February, was looking like it was trying to trend upwards, and then fell out of bed in early May. It looks like it could be finding support here, though, so I'm going to be watching that one closely. IVN is their stock symbol. They trade on the Toronto Exchange. Next up is Santana Resources. Santana Resources announced that they drilled 5 meters of 63.2 grams per ton gold at their Clam Lake project. This is a part of a joint venture with Trelawney Mining and Exploration, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of IM Gold. And very good numbers in there, fairly close to surface. The project's in Ontario. Lots of interesting stuff there. To keep an eye on. The stock is last at 9.5 cents, down a half a penny on 8,000 shares traded. Very patchy trader, definitely in need of audience building. Hard to give an idea of what I see in the stock chart, but I'll keep an eye for more drill results from that Clam Lake project. STA is their stock symbol. They trade on the venture exchange. And the final company today is Denison Mines. Denison Mines is another one in the uranium space, and they had drill results out from their Wheeler River deposit in Saskatchewan. They hit 4.5 meters of 21.2% uranium. Very, very impressive results. This project has had a lot of those kind of results, and it's quite an exceptionally good-looking project. Now, Denison has 485 million shares out, so they have a lot of stock out. The stock is last traded at $1.30. That's down 2 cents today on 367,000 shares traded hands. Just looking at the stock chart, it bottomed back in October at around a little under $1 per share, around $1.01. Ran up to $1.95, gave back a lot of those gains, and bottomed in May. And it looks like it's trying to trend upwards a little, but again, that one has a lot of stock out, and that just when they have that much stock out, to justify big moves, you got to find pretty spectacular type deposits. So, that's something to keep in consideration. DML is their stock symbol. They trade on the Toronto Exchange. So that's it for the news today. As always, before making any investment decisions, it's important for you to do your homework and speak with your financial advisors. As always, you can check our shows out Tuesday through Thursday for our in the news shows, and then at the end of the week we do our best of the best stock picks of the week. George and I have had some scheduling conflicts the last few weeks, but we'll definitely be having a one the end of the week show later this week. So on that note, you have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.